Did you ever expect President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to actually relay the baton to President John Dramani Mahama? I guess not. But it was quite surprising to actually realize that after a lot of things were said during the campaign period by President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo during the campaign season, made everybody feel like NPP and the current government was not interested in giving power back to NDC. But do you know what happened? The shocking aspect of it was, upon everything they said, upon everything that was uttered on their stages of campaign, on their campaign trail, everything that they said that they would not do, now they are doing it. And do you know what that is? Transitional Acts, which is the Presidential Transitional Acts 2012, which after an election, the current government have to, within 24 hours, start the process of like transitioning power to the next government, that's the incoming government. So the Presidential Transitional Act 2012 says that, let me quote, and let me read it for you to understand. It says, within 24 hours after the declaration of the results of the presidential election, in accordance with Article 63 of the Constitution, A, the incumbent president shall appoint the head of presidential staff, the attorney general, the ministers responsible for presidential affairs, finance, the interior, defense, foreign affairs, local government, and national security. And also, the transition team shall comprise of the advisory council and other subcommittees. So as the actual incumbent president is bringing out this particular group of people, the same thing applies to the other side, which is the upcoming president. So you will then have President Mahama also listing his group of people who will be part of the transition team. So quite today, President-elect President John Dramani Mahama was invited by President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to, was called. Then the initiation of the transition was actually started. So within 24 hours, everything was done and everybody named their transition team. And these are the transition team, as you can see on the screen right now. These are people like, there's a saying that these are intellectuals. These are people who have a lot of experience with regards to politics, with regards to leadership, with regards to a whole lot of things when it comes to running the country, security, economy, everything is there. And you can see these people are gurus, like gurus. There are some of them I actually want to one day try to imitate them, but we'll leave that for another day. So this were the transition team, and so today President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo welcome President John Dramani Mahama, President-elect, at the Jubilee House. And if you are watching the video and you can see how beautiful it was, and President Akufo-Addo said he was so happy to actually welcome President John Dramani Mahama at the flagstaff of the Jubilee House.
And the 7th of December. I want particularly to congratulate our historic lady, the first female vice president in our history, to say, madam, well done, and all of us are wishing you the very best of.
And it's quite okay and quite good for our democracy. And you know, with democracy, all this aspect of it for a democracy to be strong and for it to keep on growing. And whatever happened during the meeting, as you can see in the video, as President Akufo-Addo was welcoming them, it's actually beautiful to see. We want this kind of things to be happening in our country, and we pray that everything will go on smoothly with this transition, so that Ghana will still maintain peace after 7th January. And we will see what the new government is bringing to us. Let's move on to the next story. There was this kind of commotion on X, formerly known as Twitter, when Prince David Osei actually said some things, and even people said during the campaign there are some things he said against the President-elect John Dramani Mahama, which a lot of fans of the NDC and even some sympathizers within the X platform were actually condemning him for what he did. And during that, he actually came to apologize. But after the apology, he also then he was actually retaliating or replying to people's responses. And based on what he was saying, he said he left his phone for his cousins, and they were the ones using the phones to reply those messages. And it's quite unfortunate, but to have actors, musicians, even celebrities in Ghana here trying to play this kind of tricks and all that, it gives bad image to the next generation and the youth who are watching them.
Okay, you asked your cousins, the cousins you left your phones for, that whether they wrote something, and they said they were responding.
I didn't understand the outburst, because I was wondering, what is it again? Because normally when they start bullying and stuff, I don't even reply. I don't reply to those messages. If anybody see anyone replying to them, it's not me, because when they start doing those nonsense, I just leave them. Some people say, "Oh, close your page, close the comment." I say, no. It's their opinion. Let them share it. It doesn't make me tall or short or change who I am. People want to express themselves. Leave it. So if you notice on my page, even when they're insulting, I leave it. I don't. Yeah. But
this means you were not responding. It was rather your cousins.
Yes, my cousins and my friends. I think they were tired of the bullying. So I think at one point they responded to a guy's insult, because later on I saw that the guy said I was very foolish, Jimmy man, blah, blah, blah. I think then my cousin, but I've asked them, they said they didn't do it. But what I noticed was, I think when they responded to whoever it was, they deleted it.
And we for us on CCNTV, we condone such attitude, but we want you guys to be very, very quite easy on the kind of things you say to people on social media. And the next topic, we are going to talk about a whole lot of issues prior to the election and after the election. Prior to the election, there was a final campaign rally by both parties, and it was done within the same proximity of area. That was within the East Legon Medina area there, and there was a lot of traffic. These guys, there was traffic. And the election day came, everything was quiet. People, the turnout and everything was so quiet. People were like, why people are not voting and everything. But it turned out that, the EC actually divided a lot of polling stations into sections, which gave people to be able to come and vote and leave there early. And that was one thing I felt like it was a good initiative and it's a good idea by the EC. But the aftermath of the election was the problem, because people were eager to get their results, people were eager to see what is happening, and involvement of soldier, military, and the police attacking civilians and all that. Civilians to attacking the military and the police service is actually uncalled for. But when the heat started actually coming in was when Party A realized they were actually losing a whole lot of seats. So they have to then come in to save the remaining seats. And even before that, they were still saying they are not losing, because everybody have their stronghold, but they've not seen what was coming from their stronghold. They felt like they are winning this thing. So later on, they realized no, they were actually losing. And as of now, as we speak to you, CCNTV can actually confirm to you that actually out of the 276 constituencies, we can confirm that we have almost like 184 or 185 confirmed constituency for the NDC, and around 86 or 87 for the MPP, and we have independent candidates about 4 or 5 at the moment now. And the election in general has been peaceful, but election that you have that people will die is not something we all call for, and we actually call against it, that it is actually wrong. It's actually wrong to have such a thing happening in a country called Ghana in this 21st century. And that's what we have for the election today. And before we end, let's give you the Quang 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 Quang. That's the song for NDC, and that's the title, the Quang Quang. The song is kind of interesting, it's funny, it's relatable, it's a movable music, music is an act. It moves you to actually dance, whether you're NPP or NDC, you dance to the tune. And for the first time, a political campaign song was #1 on Apple Music in Ghana. A political campaign song was #1 on Apple Music in Ghana. It tells you that the song, it it resonates with the people, resonates with the citizens of Ghana, and people were actually loving it. And it all happened when NEC was confirmed to have won the election, and people were actually jubilating and happy all over the country, playing that song particular. So that's what we have for you for the update. If it is your first time watching us, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notification. Thank you.